everybody, and welcome to Inside Edition. I'm Deborah Norville. For Sonny Bono, is it possible that the beat goes on, even in death? Evidently, Cher thinks so, or hopes so anyway. James Van Praagh, a spiritual medium whom you met a few weeks ago here on Inside Edition, says that shortly after Sonny died, Cher contacted him. As Scott Rappaport tells us, he says that they found Sonny on the other side.
When I was young, there was this section in the Reader's Digest, and it was called The Most Unforgettable Character I've Ever Met. And for me, that person is Sonny Bono.
A devastated Cher says goodbye to Sonny, her former partner in life and in song, knowing that she will never forget him.
Babe, I got you, babe.
Now Sonny and Cher may once again be a team. According to a report, Cher has been trying to contact Sonny from the great beyond.
I know that Cher, as a person, is a seeker of information. So she probably has done this more than once. She probably will do it again.
People magazine's Mitchell Fink says Cher is using world-famous channeler James Van Praagh to reach out to Sonny.
According to my sources, Van Praagh told Cher that Sonny was amused that she was having such difficulty picking out shoes for the Oscars. Cher believed Van Praagh because she did have difficulty picking out shoes, and she thought there was no way Van Praagh could know that.
Van Praagh is the author of the best-selling book, Talking to Heaven, a medium's message of life after death. Van Praagh believes that people don't really die, they just pass over to another world. Earlier this year, Van Praagh appeared on Inside Edition and claimed to have contacted our Deborah Norville's mother.
Your mother's speaking very, very strong, very, very fast, very, very quickly, and she's strong. I feel like her personality is a bit strong, too.
Yep,
okay?
Mom.
Cher is said to be very spiritual, and there's no questioning the special bond between her and Sonny. Next week's People magazine contains excerpts from Sonny's 1968 diary. On his 33rd birthday, he writes, "I am never sans Cher. She lives inside my body. Cher is truly a star. Thank God I have Cher." Now, Cher may be hoping that Sonny is once again back in her life.
I think it's all in the seeking. It really is, you know, what is your own truth about, and what are you really after? And if she's looking for this kind of fulfillment, far be it for any of us to deny it.
Van Praagh confirms that he did indeed talk with Sonny, saying that Sonny came through very strong and that he continues to have a strong bond with Cher, with all of his children, and with his widow, Mary.
Hunter and Linda sang together, so did Sonny and Cher. And now as Cher prepares a heartfelt television tribute to Sonny, she sat down to talk for the first time since his passing with Jan Carl.
You know, you think you have convictions, but then there's nothing like actually having to have convictions and have them tested, and then you know what you really believe.
She has faced many tests throughout her legendary life, from the early onrush of fame to the sudden death of Sonny Bono. And as she prepares to share her happiest memories of Sonny with the world on television, a rarely seen movie of the singing duo, Good Times, is making its way into video stores.
Know what you are?
What?
Pain.
I know it. See you later.
E.T. caught up with Cher at the GLAAD Media Awards for her first interview since Sonny's death. While being honored for her support of gays and lesbians, Cher admits accepting daughter Chastity's homosexuality was difficult at first.
And I know that you and Sonny both had two different reactions.
Sonny was much more at ease with it in the beginning. I just wasn't.
Chastity, are you sufficiently proud of me now?
I went through all kinds of, it must be my fault, I wasn't a good mother, I could have done something, blah, 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 up, down, in, out, until I finally just boiled it down, like to crystallizing it, and I thought, you know, it doesn't really make any difference.
Just shows that I've trained her well.
I have a very long history with gay friends, gay fans, a gay role, a gay child. So, you know, it's a long friendship.
I'm really proud of her. I'm really proud of you guys. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Cher's televised tribute, Sonny and Me, Cher Remembers Sonny, will air May 20th on CBS.
Tom, as Cher's new words about Sonny come to prime time. Hi, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. I'm Bob Goen.
And I'm Mary Hart. Thank you for joining us. This weekend was a time for Cher to look back. a time to pay tribute to her one-time partner and husband and lifelong friend. Entertainment Tonight was there as Cher remembered Sonny.
He was my partner, he was my husband, he was like a brother, it was a very, very complicated relationship.
And action.
So CBS decided to give us a summer replacement show. We were both so completely scared, we were nuts.
Cher returned to CBS to host Sonny and Me, Cher remembers. She talked with Entertainment Tonight on the same stage where the couple produced their classic shows.
Babe, I got you, babe.
It's fun until you realize the reason that you're doing it, and then it doesn't stop it from being fun. It just makes it more difficult sometimes.
This is probably the most important thing I've ever done in my life.
Shortly after she delivered the eulogy at Sonny's funeral, Cher decided to remind people of the happiness Sonny had brought the world.
Oh, pretty! Oh!
And I wanted people to remember how funny he was.
Quack.
And I went to CBS and said, I want to do this show, and I really would like to do it here because, this is where we were. So we had the series, and we had chess. Sonny wanted her to be with kids her own age, but she really didn't like kids her own age. She wanted to be with us.
Cher brings out the memorabilia from their lives, the glamorous Bob Mackie costume she wore, Sonny's trademark fur vest, and his favorite piano.
The piano that he wrote all the songs on, that he came home one day and said, Cher, I got this great bargain on a piano. It's only $85, and it has only 3 broken keys, but they're at the end. We're never going to use them. I saw son drive up, and he was in a brand new Cadillac. I think it was more than a car to him. It was a symbol that his luck was starting to change. He looked at me and he went.
Cher says the special mixes TV clips with her own personal memories, like the day he sort of proposed.
We were in the park one day, and this guy was playing the sax. Just one of those weird park experiences. And so he looked at me and he said, don't you think it's time you asked me to marry you?
I got you, babe.
I totally associate my youth with him.
Good night, everybody. Good night. God bless you. Thank you for being here.
Sonny and Me, Cher remembers airs May 20th on CBS.
There is more
joy and the pain, including the day she had to say, so long, babe.
It kind of paralyzes you for a moment. It's like a stun gun.
3 months after the tragic death of her former husband and singing partner, Sonny Bono, Cher still struggles with her grief. The tears that streamed down her face as she delivered the touching eulogy at his funeral are gone.
What people don't realize is that he created Sonny and Cher.
But the memory of what she calls the most important thing she's ever done is still strong.
I was writing forever. I went through all kinds of legal pads and just kept throwing everything away because it's very hard to distill someone's life into a couple of legal pads.
With daughter Chastity by her side, Cher took 48 hours to write the sentimental speech that moved the world to tears.
I had been overwhelmed with emotion for days and days and days and days, and I didn't think I would be able to get through the eulogy, and everyone in my family said, no, you'll be fine, when you get up there. Chastity said, when you get up there, Mom, you're a professional, that will kick in, and, everything will be great. And I took 2 steps to go up to the thing, and I was already hysterical, so I thought, well, this is not working. But I managed to make it through. Not easily, but I managed to make it through.
I know these walls like the back of my hands.
Next month, Cher will again pay tribute to the man she says made her what she is today. She's hosting a 1-hour special, Sonny and Me, Cher Remembers, on CBS. She brought along old albums and some of her outrageous costumes. As she taped her segments this weekend, she says Sonny would have been proud.
He's someplace delighted with all this. I mean, it's so, he's like just completely tickled pink.
Sonny and Me, Cher Remembers will air May 20th on CBS. Giselle?
We'll be watching, Pat. Thank you. All right, the Sundance.
For a time, husband and wife, and remained best friends. So when Sonny Bono passed away, no one took it harder than Cher. And now E.T. has learned that through the help of a psychic, Cher continues to reach out to the man she loved.
He talked about loving her, how much he loved her, and that, that love bond they had was so strong, and that not even death would separate them.
It had been almost 2 years since they had spoken when Sonny Bono died in that tragic ski accident. Now Cher has reached out to her ex-husband beyond the grave through psychic medium James Van Praagh.
She called me, and she wanted to be reassured that he was indeed alive, that he was existing in another place, that he was okay, that he was all right, that he was very much around.
He was my partner, he was my husband, he was like a brother, it was a very, very complicated relationship.
Author of the bestseller Talking to Heaven, a medium's message of life after death, Van Praagh says the contact was a positive experience.
He was laughing about his funeral, something about it, which there was like a private joke between them, which she knew right about and laughed, and she knew it. She goes, "That's Sonny, that's Sonny."
Van Praagh says the couple spoke a great deal about their past, and there's no doubt that she and Sonny made a post-death connection.
We had an incredible reading. It was an incredible experience with details that were only knowing up to her and to Sonny. And, I mean, there was such a strong link there. I mean, you felt it. You felt it in the room.
Tomorrow on our show, we'll have more on Cher with medium James Van Praagh. Van Praagh's book, Talking to Heaven, is currently in its 17th week, high on the New York Times bestseller list. Coming up...
I met him, I was 16, he was 28, and he knew everything, and I didn't.
It's been clear how much Cher misses Sonny as she prepares her primetime TV tribute to her former partner. Yesterday, we told you how Cher had spoken to Sonny beyond the grave with the help of a psychic. And now the man who made it happen tells us more about what they said.
He always did things differently.
Cher has tried something different, too. As she grieved over Sonny's death, she took friends' suggestions to contact psychic James Van Praagh.
They told you have to see this guy because he's able to contact people that passed over. Dear spirit friends, draw near to me.
Van Praagh has made a name for himself as a medium, with a following of true believers and a best-selling book. Cher, who talked with TV Guide about the meeting, was skeptical.
She says that she had her doubts about it too, but the medium actually told her stuff about her life with Sonny that only Cher knew, so that was the proof for her.
Van Praagh says that the connection was made the day before the Oscars.
He mentioned that she had trouble finding shoes for a dress, and she said that's exactly right. She had trouble finding shoes for her evening gown she was going to wear for the Oscars the next day, actually.
Van Praagh told Cher that Sonny wanted her to think of him as very much alive. In fact, he says he couldn't keep Sonny quiet.
I felt with Sonny that he just wanted to go on and on and on. He was very excited about it, very excited to come through. Couldn't stop talking. The love that they had still remains.
Cher talks to TV Guide about her psychic contact with Sonny in the issue that's on newsstands 1 week from Monday. And James Van Praagh's best-selling book, Talking to Heaven, is in stores now.
You have seen they were husband and wife, but above all, they were best of friends. And now Cher remembers her friend Sonny in a touching tribute with a showcase in prime time.
Tonight is about Sonny Bono and all the people who loved him.
From their groundbreaking variety show to their first meeting, it's a walk down memory lane as Cher pays tribute to her ex-husband and friend in the CBS special, Sonny and Me, Cher Remembers.
When I saw him, something happened. And so he and I kind of became, not friends, I annoyed him. And then I got kicked out of my apartment because there were too many girls living in it. And he said, you know what, I don't find you particularly attractive, but you could come and live in my house. And he and I stayed in the same room and slept in twin beds. And so we got along really well, and he was so different. I never met anyone like him.
Cher says the idea for this special came to her about 3 weeks after Sonny's death.
For years, Sonny and I used to walk down this hallway on our way to the Sonny and Cher show.
Cher fondly remembers their TV comedy sketches.
And they were all really hysterical. Sonny playing Superman. He did everything.
Swish!
Most people look at their past in their family albums and things like that, and I'm looking at my past on Ed Sullivan.
I got you, babe.
And Sonny and Cher's appearance on that classic show will be among the highlights of a 50th anniversary Ed Sullivan special.
And our money's all been spent.
He always did things differently.
You can see Sonny and Cher on a really big show, Ed Sullivan's 50th anniversary from producer Andrew Solt, Monday night on CBS. And then Sonny and Me, Cher Remembers, airs Wednesday night also on CBS. Tomorrow on our show, we'll have more with Cher, but we'll be right back with Jerry Seinfeld. The network combines two other stars, Sonny and Cher, together again in her moving TV tribute.
Now, here's Studio 31. This is where we used to work.
Sonny is honored by Cher with an intimate look back at their days together in the CBS special, Sonny and Me, Cher Remembers.
In West Side Story, when Tony and Maria meet, it was like that. Everybody kind of went into soft focus, and there was Sonny.
Cher wants to remind people of the Sonny she knew and loved.
I wanted people to remember how funny he was.
When we'd come home at night and get in bed alone, you used to say, Sonny, I'd say, what? He'd say, rub my nose.
More memories of Sonny are shared tonight on Dateline, including the momentous day she moved in with him.
He did not know your true age. That's true. Which was? 16. Yikes. Well, he soon found out that I could not cook. I could vacuum really well. And that kind of just started this kind of strange friendship.
Sonny and Cher.
Cher's CBS special will also include this highlight, a star with Sonny on Hollywood's Walk of Fame. His widow Mary joined Cher and all of Sonny's children for the special event.
This would mean something so special to him, more so than maybe it means to me, because he had to struggle for so long.
As we mentioned, Cher visits Dateline NBC tonight, and then look for Sonny and Me, Cher Remembers Wednesday night on CBS.